Get ready to laugh your off. Beat Break Radio. Got your dial on lock. With Sean Garth. The next move in radio. The Beat Break Radio Show.
You're now rocking with the best. It's the Beat Break Radio Show. Beat Break Radio at Twitter.com and on Facebook. It is going down. Newhart's Working Man in Radio. Sean Garvey. You already know what's about to go down. You know him from great movies such as Friday After Next, Norbit, The Perfect Holiday, First Sunday, and now he's about to make an appearance, y'all, in the new installment, Scary Movie 5, which is already getting rave reviews all over the country. We got him on the telephone line. We got the one and only actor, comedian, Katt Williams. Katt Williams, how's it going, my brother?
What's going on, Sean Garvey? That was an excellent introduction. I appreciate that.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much for taking time out of your busy schedule to talk to us today about your upcoming role in the new movie, Scary Movie 5. I already know you are looking forward to it, and so am I. And this is going to be, I already predict that this is going to be the funniest movie of 2013 already. Tell us about your upcoming role in the new movie, Scary Movie 5.
Well, the whole thing about Scary Movie as a franchise is they've been so successful, and every time they do one, you thinking, how are they going to put together a group better than the one they just did? But when I got the list for this one, it already had Charlie Sheen, Lindsay Lohan, Snoop Dogg, Bow Wow, Terry Crews, Mike Tyson. So it was really about me just being able to come in and hit some home runs and knock it out of the park in the name of comedy. And, this is a Wayans franchise at the end of the day.
Wow, and you just named some of the celebrities that are going to be in the movie. Also, Bow Wow and Snoop Dogg, who you have collaborated with before, they are also in the movie as well. So you are working with a great team of A-list celebrities in the film.
Yeah, that's the whole thing about the franchise, between Scary Movie 1 through 5, and the Weinstein Company, and David Zucker writing it, and Malcolm Lee directing. Every single part was in capable hands. So it takes a lot of pressure off of you. All you really got to do is come in and be funny, and I'm not finna be out funny.
All right, that's what I'm talking about. So I got to ask you this, Katt Williams. What was your reaction when you received the word that you would be featured in Scary Movie 5?
I was a little shocked because I had seen the other 4, and I've just watched them as a fan of comedy, but never thinking that I was ever going to be in one. So, as far as I was concerned, that's the offer you just can't pass up. That's a once-in-a-lifetime right there.
Oh, absolutely. I definitely agree. So tell us, how much fun did you have on and off set with the rest of the A-list celebrities and cast members on Scary Movie 5? I know you had to have so much fun on and off the set.
No, I had no fun on or off the set.
Really?
On set, I had to make sure that I could live up to the mark comedically of my character, and that was my whole focus. And off the set, I was the only person that was flying from L.A. So every time I was on set, I was the only black person on set. I saw no parties, no parts of nothing. And remember, on top of that, I'm known to not snitch.
Wow. Did you just say that you was the only black person on set that day, if I'm hearing you right?
I don't want to give away too much of the movie, but yeah, I was on my field by myself.
Wow, that had to be some kind of experience, Mr. Williams. Wow. Once again, for those...
You just know that everybody else is putting in their performances. So you got to remember, this is a lot of people.
Right.
So everybody's got their scenes lined up, and so it's the true essence of teamwork. It's everybody pulling together, making sure they deliver a A-list performance, so that all the A-list performances can line up. And when you get it perfectly correct, then you end up with a Scary Movie 5.
Absolutely, and I definitely agree. And when it comes to anything in life, including making movies, teamwork is very important, because without teamwork, you really don't have nothing.
Hey, it's old-fashioned, but teamwork makes the dream work, you dig?
I dig that. All right, for those who are just tuning in to this Wednesday's edition of the Beat Break, we are talking to the one and only legendary comedian, actor, Katt Williams. He's on the telephone line talking to us about his upcoming role in the new movie, Scary Movie 5, which will hit theaters this Friday, April 12th. It is going down. So since we are talking about scary movies and stuff, I got to ask you this. Like, what is the most scariest film you have ever seen in your life, Katt Williams? And you got to be honest with us. What is the scariest movie? Don't say that no scary movie didn't scare you now.
No, I can't even say that because I try not to watch them because I think all of them are scary. I think Child of God might be the really scariest movie I ever actually watched, other than like Faces of Death. You know, some stuff is just too scary, and my real life experiences were so scary. If I want to be scared, I watch the news. That's why it was a double no-brainer for me that I had to do this. This is not only the spoof world that I never did, but also the horror world that I never would do. So now it gave me the opportunity to be in both of those situations and still be able to be funny in the process. That's the best of all worlds right there.
Right. Well, I can say from personal experience, I'm still scared of watching. This wasn't a movie. This was more of an HBO series. But to this very day, I'm scared of looking at The Crypt Keeper, Tales from the Crypt. I would wake up with nightmares every so often just by looking at that skeleton.
Yeah. See, the whole thing is I'm not scared of being scared. So if something is scary, it's probably going to scare me. But now I don't back up when I'm scared. I go forward when I'm scared. So, you know, for me to be in a movie theater going through that is a little difficult for me.
Right. Absolutely. So, all right. So let's switch gears for just one moment outside of scary movies, and let's just talk about the state of comedy. Now, there are comedians that I see as serious comedians, like the Eddie Murphys and the Cosbys and the Chris Rocks, and then you have the new era of comedians that are out right now. And you know, I come from a comedic family background, and when I look at serious comedians such as yourself, you all do not only just make audiences laugh, but you also make audiences think. And then you have a certain group of comedians that are just too silly, and they really don't touch on relevant stuff that needs to be talked about. So as a comedian, because you've been in the game for such a long time, what motivates you to continue doing comedy and touch on social issues at the same time? Well,
first of all, we have to understand that just because you're a fan of ice cream doesn't mean that you have to like all the different flavors. There's room for everything in that kaleidoscope, in that spectrum. So now it should be no slight against the comedian that's sillier or goofier or that doesn't talk about political hot button issues or current events. Like, that's a different style of comedy, and you know, those people should be able to practice that style of comedy. You know, for them, there's a reason that they're not doing the other side. I'm doing it, and I see that it has its negatives as well. You can do all that political talk and all of that upstanding. We're gonna get as many haters as we can talk if you would like to. But on the flip side of that, it means that there is a whole collection of people that don't like you because of what you stand for, and they're going to try to get their vengeance on you in any way they can, even if they have to use the press to do it. So now, you know, there has to be room for everybody. It wasn't supposed to be Richard Pryor or Bill Cosby. It was supposed to be inclusive of comedy, and there's plenty of room in comedy for all different types of comedians. So I want to say that, you know, that's important. Everybody can't be everything. It's really most important that as a comedian that you're being as true to yourself as you possibly can be, not the most politically correct.
Right. Now, as I'm listening to you, Katt, you said a key word, and that's negatively. And in the media, you know, they see celebrities. At the end of the day, we forget that celebrities are human beings as well. And the media tends to focus more on the negative of a celebrity than the positive, or some of the things that the celebrity is doing to help bring change into the community and into the world. And, you know, with the press and the media displaying you as whatever, how do you overcome all of the negativity in the media?
Well, I do it the same way everybody else has to do it. I deal with this situation to situation. I would like to do better, but really the discourse between my fans and I is about what the cause of these things are. So now their job is, if my name means anything, is to put it out there, and we know that they favor bad over good. So now it's nothing I can do about that except try to do a better job as to what gets presented. But if you have powerful enemies, your enemies are going to do what they do best. And the tale of you as a person is how you weather that and how you handle it. And so for me, the only real strength that I can get is from God and from the fact that I know that my fans are actually waiting for me to come back and tell them exactly what happened and exactly what was going on and give them those details. And I'm only proud of that because that's how Richard Pryor groomed us, is the stuff that goes on out there. You come back and you report it to the people. And so for that, I can't be mad even when it's unpleasant.
Right. And we're glad, you know, just as Katt Williams fans, we are glad to see that a man of your stature is overcoming all the obstacles and challenges that come with the territory of being a celebrity in the limelight. So we really applaud you for just keeping your head above water and still go out and still do stand-up comedy, still make great movies, and still please the fans and the audiences that are out there.
Yeah, well, you know, the whole thing is I'm allowed to do whatever is necessary as long as I can keep my soul intact. And so at the end of the day, I'm as strong as my fan base allows me to be, and I'm very fortunate that not only do I have all the prayer warriors, it seems, I also have all of the diehard fans. So the fact that they want me back is a pleasure that I can come, and what better way than Scary Movie 5 this weekend?
Absolutely. You said it right there. Scary Movie 5 in theaters nationwide this Friday. I'm going to see it. Everybody and their mama is going to see it. My family, I'm going to make sure my family and my friends go out and see it this weekend. It's going down, Scary Movie 5. Mr. Katt Williams, thank you so much for taking your time to call us into the Beat Break Radio studios and just chopping it up with us about your upcoming role in the movie Scary Movie 5. Before we let you go, Mr. Katt Williams, what's next for you? Are you gonna put out a rap album anytime soon? Because I've seen you in the music videos with these rappers, and I just gotta know, are you gonna put out a rap album?
Yeah, the whole thing was every time I thought I was getting good enough to actually do it, somebody great would come out. First it was Wayne, and he made me back up. Then it was Drake, and I had to back up. But I think it's time for Katt Williams on all fronts now. Stand up, rap, movies. I think it's time to bring out the true trifecta now.
Absolutely. Well, we're waiting, Katt Williams.
Well, hey, it don't matter how long you have to wait. What matters is how is it when it happens.
There you go. All right. Well, Katt Williams, we definitely appreciate you for calling in to the Beat Break, and much success to you in your future endeavors. I know you got a lot more projects coming up in the works right now, and we definitely looking forward to it. It's been a pleasure. Katt Williams, thank you so much for calling in to the Beat Break Radio Show.
No problem. I'll make sure I hit you every time.
Don't move 'em, us. We got more of the Beat Break coming up right after this.
As you know, we're in a housing crisis where families are going through foreclosure and unable to pay their mortgage. Well, I'm telling you now, foreclosure is not an option. Facing financial crisis? You're not alone. The MOD team has programs specifically designed to help families keep their homes. If you or someone you know is in this situation, have a trustee sale date, or if you have to go through bankruptcy to get out of foreclosure status, please call the MOD team at 909-279-7843 and ask for Will McRae. That's 909-279-7843.